Hello, hello world, and welcome to the Saturday review show. So, if it was a normal day, I would love to do this show exactly on Saturday evening after the games are finished. So, we'll be calling it a Saturday night review show. But this was not a ordinary Saturday. If you remember, I told you that we are setting up some stuff here to move. So basically, I'm actually in a place which is a little bit empty. Things are moving at the moment, but we'll try to do at least some stuff because the movement started yesterday. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about football. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Hello, Mr. Anthony. How are you doing? By God's grace, it might be lucky that maybe I'll be able to do your game today. I'm not sure about the Tottenham Chelsea game. If I'm able to finish it, I'll do it, but I'm not sure if I'm able to finish it. But we are doing the moving, by the way. We are moving to the new place, like I told you. It's happening. It started yesterday. It's continuing to today, but we'll see how that goes. So I want to hear your thoughts. What did you think about the games of yesterday? What got your attention? Who impressed you yesterday? What can you say about yesterday? Because it was an interesting game. There were a lot of things to talk about, and I'm gonna try to break them down a little bit from now on before we go anywhere far. First of all, we wanna talk about the Manchester City game versus Brighton. Oh, versus Burnley. We're the one who played with Brighton versus Burnley. Manchester City. So, can we say that Manchester City is back, or the ruthless Manchester City we know of is back after the performance we saw yesterday? After they score 5 goals, 6, 7, in fact, if some of them were not disallowed, they should have scored 7 goals against this bright Burnley team that seemed like there was just no hope in that team. There was no way to come back in that team. I just felt sorry for them. They didn't even look like they were going to do anything yesterday. It was embarrassing to watch, but that's how football is like. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think about the game of yesterday? And can you say from that performance, Manchester City is definitely back? Can you actually say that? Because yesterday it seems like everything that we're doing was okay. They were passing properly, like the Manchester City we are used to. We actually saw Kevin De Bruyne doing what he always does every time whenever he's destroying teams. We saw it yesterday. So there is a little chance we can actually say that there's something happening with this team. Maybe Guardiola is not starting to get the best out of that team, but also because the team that they were playing with were not attacking them, you see. So it means that they were playing, but there was nobody who was actually trying to get something out of this game. So we can say Brighton didn't show up. Oh, they have not shown up this whole season. That's a fact. But in that game, they didn't show up as usual. But I checked because somebody told me that I should look at the history between Brighton and Manchester City. So I had to go do a little bit research about the two teams in terms of how they do when they play against each other every time. And I'm going to show you that, so that we get that one done and over with, so that we move on to the other games, because there were a lot of games that were played and we want to cover them a little bit. You want to hear a lot about the Liverpool and also Everton, then Sheffield. Those are the games that I'm going to talk about in this early time, or in this afternoon my time. Morning to you where you are, guys. Mr. Anthony, I know you are there. It's in the morning where you are. So please do me a favor, guys, click that like button if you haven't subscribed to the channel, so that you never miss any video that we drop in, because we are always live each and every day. We are going to be covering as much as we can. Yesterday I did a watch along yesterday for the Manchester City game, and I have to tell you, I was really impressed. As much I didn't finish the game because there were some internet problems with the rain, so things were just cut. It was an amazing game. I was impressed with the way Manchester City were playing. And I feel like Guardiola can still do this. I think this will be the scores. Really? Really? You mean the Manchester 2-1 to Southampton, or between Manchester United versus Southampton? That'll be interesting to see. I can't wait. I'll be waiting for that one. Chelsea Tottenham 3-1 to Chelsea. So you are telling me that Chelsea are gonna beat Tottenham today? Wow. Wow, how I wish there was Mr. Elliot right about now, because he was going to say something different as he is a Tottenham fan. And you are saying that 3-1-0 to Wolves today. Yeah, interesting. I'm not really sure about the Wolves game, but I'll check them out and try to look at what's going to happen. But about yesterday, before we go to today, because I just got, this good news. I love this. You see, so what can we say? Look at the score lines that I put there. This is the history between the two clubs. So we can actually agree on this that for the past, let me just say for the past, since 2016, Burnley, what they've only managed to do up to 2020, from 2016, was to draw against Manchester City. They were beaten 2-1, but look at how many times they were beaten by 5-0. They were beaten 2020 yesterday. They were beaten 3-0 in the League Cup this year as well. They were beaten 5-0 again in the Premier League last year. They were beaten by 4-1 last year. So it means when they were scored 3 goals and when they were beaten 4-1, they actually played better, Burnley. And also when they were beaten by 1-0, they actually played better. But the history tells us that Manchester City always beat this team with exactly 5 goals. 5 goals, as you can see. 5 goals. It was somebody was telling me this, so I thought it was a lie. I had to go check it out, and I did find out that that is exactly the truth. The team is always embarrassed every time by Manchester United. It's interesting to see. The last time when Burnley were able to beat Manchester City was in 2015. Oh my God, that has to be crazy. You can't expect to see that from a team like that. But anyway, we're not going to cover that much. We have seen the history, guys. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think about the performance of Manchester City? Because it looked like a team that is back. They played like a team with purpose. I was really, really impressed with the way they played. I enjoyed the game, definitely, because I was coming out of the angry game that I had against Liverpool. I wasn't even sure I was going to do it live stream, but in the end of the day, I was like, what the Christ, let me just do it, because I wanted to see what Manchester City was going to offer, and they didn't disappoint. That's a fact of the matter. If I'm a Manchester City fan, I should love this performance, because with that performance, giving it time and time, Manchester City will definitely improve and more goals will be scored. That's for sure. But let's see, because also the games that they're going to be playing, they're going to be easy for them to win. So I think they have more time to at least keep improving and keep scoring, winning games like we expect them to do. That's all about it. I don't know if I've finished, but if that is the genesis or the beginning of the ruthless Manchester City we were used to, and I think they're heading to the right direction. Let's see what they do in the next game. Scoring 5 goals, that was amazing. 7 goals, 2 had to be disallowed by the VAR because of offside, because of some situation that I didn't understand. There was an offside decision by Fernandinho when Fernandinho scored a goal by his header. It was disallowed, but I still stand by now and believe that was a goal. It should have never been disallowed. I still stand that was a goal, but we're not going to talk about VAR. VAR is just messed up. I don't even want to talk a lot about it, because I get a little bit pissed off about when I talk about it. Anyway, let's move on to the next issue. Liverpool and this VAR things. I don't think in the Premier League there's any team that has been robbed by the VAR this season than Liverpool. Funny enough, we are not talking about the VAR, the machines and the stuff. We are talking about the personnel, the people who are running the VAR. Those are the, what is the word? Yeah, the dickheads who are controlling these things. Because they're not doing exactly what we expect to see from them. They're not giving us what we want to see in the game. They're making mistake after mistake after mistake. We cannot take that anymore. We cannot take that anymore, because if you are a Liverpool fan like I am, pissed off is the word you could be saying. Yesterday I actually had to stop from revealing the game like I always do. Remember, every time whenever the game is finished, I always come with that match review, talk about what the game was all about and what I thought about the game. I couldn't do that yesterday. Reason why? Because I didn't know what I was going to say, because I was really, really pissed off. Yeah, you heard me. I was pissed off, disappointed with how the referee handled the game, disappointed about some decisions that were just unexplainable, for Christ's sake, and disappointed about how somebody gets a penalty from an incident that has already passed, that the ref didn't even ask for it to be reviewed, and they had to review it. How? I don't know. But also, I was told by another person, another good Samaritan or something, I don't know, for the VAR, was saying this. Sometimes you just have to wait and the ref will get the things done, and you have to trust that some of the decisions are okay. And the person tried to remind me of how Liverpool got some chances or some things in their side by VAR, telling me that there were some decisions that went on your side, but we don't hear you talking about them. Then I was like, yes, I don't refuse. Like the West Ham goal, I still stand by today. I said that I'll take it, but that's not supposed to be what? It wasn't supposed to be a penalty, but it was given to Liverpool. So, it's really definitely a pen. Listen to what Mr. Lewis is saying. Okay, let me show you something. I'm not complaining about that penalty, because to me, that was one of the easiest penalties that you can ever get. Reason why, the guy Welbeck had passed Andy Robertson, and the ball was coming in Andy Robertson's legs. Then Welbeck decided to stretch his leg to Andy Robertson, so that when Robertson tried to kick the ball, it collided first with the leg that was coming from behind. How is it supposed to magically guess that there's a leg that is coming from behind that he has to stay away from because it was going to cause a penalty? When the ref saw that thing, he said it was okay. And he said that, no, continue, it's okay. Then he had to revisit the thing because the team didn't complain. Let me tell you something. The Brighton team didn't complain about this. But guess what happened? The VAR itself, not the ref, the VAR itself went forward and told the ref to come and check the incident. Remember, we were told by the ref that VAR will only come into situations when the team complains about it, so that they review it, or maybe when the ref feels like something has went wrong. Why was the VAR getting into this thing? It's like the anti-Liverpool referees who are always waiting every time to be against this team. Whatever you say, you are gonna keep saying this. I know, Mr. Lewis. United is playing against Southampton. I'll be live here. I wanna see your face today. Let me put something. Leave VAR. Oh my God, that's so fun. Okay, now let me show you some of the history with the VAR this season. That what VAR has done to Liverpool to this whole time, like this season. Let's just talk about the incident that. I want you to tell me, I want you to be here, Mr. Lewis. Tell me all this incident that we're going to be showing here are supposed to be penalty or what? Or the decision was supposed to be against Liverpool or what? The first incident, the Burnley, the Sheffield penalty. Sheffield's penalty award. Imagine conceding a penalty for a good tackle outside the box. That wasn't supposed to happen against Sheffield, as Fabinho was adjudged to have fouled Oliver Broom. You remember this? Was this a penalty? I love VAR as a Manchester United fan. Yes, last season it was the best thing that you ever got. You got a lot of decisions right on your side. But let me ask you a question. Was this a penalty? Was that supposed to be a penalty? Because what the VAR did in that game, I remember it as daylight. They were reviewing if the incident or what had happened during this incident was in or outside the box. They didn't look if the incident was supposed to be a penalty. When they were asked after the games, do you know what the referee said? You know what the referee said? We forgot to look at the incident. We just looked at it like, was it a penalty or not? And you are gonna say it's a penalty. Okay, don't worry, we'll see what happens. Let's continue. There are still some more things that I want to show you. Remember, I'm gonna go through the history of this VAR and Liverpool decisions that were made by the referees. Some crazy referees. Okay. The next incident. It was Diego Jota's disallowed goal versus West Ham. Liverpool thought they had gone 2-1 ahead against West Ham through Diego Jota, but VAR disallowed for Mane's challenge on the keeper. Fabianski. In truth, it was the right decision made by the VAR. This one, I might say that this, out of all decisions, it made sense. That one was a goal, I think. Just looking at it, why? Okay, he didn't foul the play keeper. He tried by all means to not hurt the keeper, but the VAR was like, no, you not yet, like he was not supposed to be in contact with the goalkeeper like that. That's why this goal was disallowed. So I might not have a problem with this situation, but that is another situation where the VAR intervened against Liverpool and changed the situation. It's only this season. Let me look at the other one. Oh, Brighton's penalty award. So, was it a penalty? Wasn't it a penalty? After slowing it down and watching it 10 times, it could have well but it's clear and obvious error by the referee. This is not me who's writing these things. This were being said by the referees and other sports websites that are out there. They were actually complaining about this decision, that it wasn't supposed to be a penalty, but some, unfortunately, United fans are saying that it was supposed to be a penalty. No, one United fan that I know a lot, who's called Mr. Lewis, saw that as a penalty, agreeing with the ref, but 90% of the people out there are saying that was not supposed to be a penalty. Yeah, he got hit. I don't want to lie, there was a contact, yes, but did you see where the guy was coming from and where Andy Robertson was standing? Did you see where Andy Robertson was looking at, where the ball was being cleared to? That's one thing that I need you to look at that when you look at that ball again. Robertson was facing forward, trying to clear the ball forward. Then this man put his leg from behind to put his leg, and you call that a penalty. That's just crazy. I don't know if that is some new rules. That gotta be something else that has to be done. It's crazy. Doesn't make sense at all. Let's move on to the next. There's still a lot. We are not done. Okay. Sergio Mane's offside goal against Brighton. Okay, this one I think was it an offside? I think that one was an offside. Mane heels the ball into the net for Liverpool, but after consulting the VAR, referee still has overturned the goal because the Senegalese was offside. But yeah, I think this should not be a situation where we should be complaining though. On-field official didn't spot it, but this was eventually correct call, but the VAR offside, the referee did not spot it. Some of this don't really make sense. That one was supposed to be taken out. We are still going through. If I punch the air and someone puts their face in in the way, I will go to Oh my God. You are just making my day today, isn't it? Anyway, let's look at the other incident. Jordan Pickford blew on injury to Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk probably won't play again this season after Jordan Pickford timed tackle. Virgil van Dijk was offside in the build-up, so a penalty could not be given. But the Everton goalkeeper should have been sent off. There is no doubt about that. The VAR on the day, David Cott was too busy looking at Van Dijk if he was offside and realized that he could, and didn't realize that he should have sent Pickford off. Tell me about this incident. I want to hear from you. Was that supposed to, what did you think about this incident? Was it supposed to be a was it supposed to be a red card or not? Oh, not. Or maybe I'm just saying things here. That was a red, not a pen, but a red. I agree. I'm not lying on that one. That was not supposed to be a penalty because Virgil van Dijk was offside. But it was supposed to be a what? A red card. Did the VAR do their job? No, they didn't. They didn't do their job. This has happened all this season. And you said that maybe we are talking too much as Liverpool fans, bringing all these things to light, showing the world that. Now let's talk about this one. Jordan Henderson's offside winner in the Merseyside derby. Liverpool thought they had won the Merseyside derby thanks to Jordan Henderson's injury time winner. However, VAR adjusted Listen to this. Sergio Mane to be offside in the build-up. Spot the offside. Look at this. Look at where Mane was. Was this? Let me see if I can come close. Was this supposed to be an offside? Let me hear from you. Was this supposed to be an offside? Hello, Mr. Elliot. How are you doing, sir? We are just looking at the Saturday game and bringing back some memories of what happened during the games and stuff like that. Their Drew was a makeshift line. You see? So, if any Liverpool fan, it wasn't even touching. So, it wasn't even touching him. That's a fact. So, now let's talk about this. As a Liverpool fan, if I come on this stream making a lot of noise, shouting, saying things like what I'm saying right now, is it wrong for me to be giving all these things, saying that VAR has something against my team? Because the decisions that they've been doing, some they are correct, 100% we agree. I have no problem with the correct decisions. I have a problem with the decisions that are being done which are supposed to be correct. They don't look at them. They don't feel like they have to look at them. I don't get that. I don't get that. That really affects me a lot. Everton, I am am I right? Yes, it is the Everton game, Mr. Elliot. That was the last of all the things. If you want to watch the rest of what we covered here with Mr. Lewis and Mr. Anthony, who was with us, you can go rewatch the video when we are done. But we are just doing the Saturday review show, looking at some of the decisions that were made by the VAR. Please do me a favor, guys. If you're just joining us, click that like button, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss when we go live. Liverpool. Oh, Liverpool VAR. I see there's a VAR there. Yeah, you are right. The decisions that have been made by the officials in the Liverpool games, they've caused a lot of noise. A lot of people have been complaining. Some of the times, as Liverpool fans, yes, some of the situations we feel like we were handed the win by the referees. Let's talk about the example, the West Ham game. I still feel from now that penalty that was given to Mohamed Salah wasn't supposed to be a penalty, but it was given. I don't want to lie, that was a wrong decision by the ref, but that happened. Now let's talk about these situations that are happening, these decisions that keep happening. It's like we now complain a lot about this thing because it keeps happening to this. It has to stop. VAR needs to do better. The officials need to be alert about the decisions that they're making because it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense at all in some of the decisions that they're doing. Anyway, we have covered as much as we could, guys. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section, and I want to hear what you think about these games, about the VAR situation and what is happening. What do you think about these things? Listen to this, Mr. Elliot. Ever and they left to the VAR again. I didn't see that. Oh my God, you are right as well. The VAR needs to be looked at. Like they need to look at it seriously and think about how they're gonna not exactly the tools of VAR, but the officials who are working there. They're really doing a terrible job. They're really doing a terrible job, and that has to change because we can't take it no more. You know, I was listening to some of the people on the like after the game. They were talking about how it was before VAR, where some decisions which were supposed to be which were wrong but the referee gives a wrong decision to some situations. He was saying that as much as that one was daylight robbery, it was better because you could actually agree and say that this was a human eye that was working. But now when you think that you have the technology that is going to try to be spot on and you still get these decisions wrong, now that is a problem. Something has to be done, and I don't know what to say no more because I've been shouting since I got into this game. But anyway, that was the game of Liverpool versus Brighton. A draw. Liverpool fans are going to feel like they were hard done, but it happened. We move on from that. Anyway, let me hear from you. Then the next game that came, it was... Which game was that? Let me look at the other games that were played so that I try to look at them a little bit. Everton versus Leeds United. They played, Everton were beaten. How? I don't know. Maybe they deserve to lose, or maybe something, I don't know. But it seems like Everton, the one that we thought, the Everton that we saw when the season was starting, it seems like the Premier League as a whole found their way through their ways of how they were doing the games. It seems like the Premier League teams are able now to get something out of Everton. So it means that that history of getting the league is gonna be a long time before it happened. That's what happened. On top of that, Sheffield again lost to West Brom, which means West Brom is out of the bottom three. Burnley are back in because they lost the game. What does this mean? It means Sheffield, for me, are definitely gonna be relegated. That's for sure. We are not gonna try to hide that one. They're gonna be relegated. So, guys, thank you very much for being with me here, making my noise, shouting myself. Please click that like button if you are just joining us. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss anything when we go live. So I'll be back, and to those who have subscribed today, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. That means a lot to us. We will continue growing as a channel if you just continue doing that. Clicking that like button helps us so that a lot of people see these videos. That is also important to us. So I'm gonna be live for the Southampton Manchester United game, that's for sure. The Chelsea game, maybe partly I'll see what happens, but the last two games for sure I will not be available for them. So there'll be two watch alongs today. The Manchester United Southampton game and the Chelsea Tottenham game. The other ones that follows the time I won't be there, but I'll come back and do a review show for the games maybe tomorrow if things goes right. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll be moving out of this place I've been working. We're going to a new place, guys. So in the new place, the internet has not yet been sorted. That's why I'm saying that. I'm not sure if I'll be live, but we'll work on that. Thank you very much for watching. Let's see what happens today. It's gonna be an interesting time for both for all the teams that are going to be playing today. Let me hear your predictions in the comment section. Mr. Anthony has put his own predictions up there. You can also put yours as well. If you haven't watched anything what we talked about from the beginning of this video, please, you are welcome. You can always rewatch the video so that you saw all the things that we covered. It has been an interesting video by